Hello, everyone.
Hello, y'all.
Hope you're doing well this morning. Good morning to you guys. Glad you joined us today. And this is Cornerstone. This is Cornerstone. Let me take my banner down and make sure I put Cornerstone up there. So everybody that comes in that doesn't know us will know who we are. Let's see. Let me put that up there so they'll know we are Cornerstone. Let me put it up there. Let's just do this one. There we go. Okay, let's see who's here.
There.
Let's see who's here. James Dixon is the early bird today. Hello, James D. Hope you're doing okay.
All right, there, Mr. James.
And there's brother-in-law and sissy. Hey, y'all.
Brother
Hey,
Blue.
y'all. There's brother Blue and the family. And here comes Sinette in Denmark.
Sinette Mark.
And there's John Greason in the house.
Greason J. Edward.
Brother Kessler's in the house.
Kessler, Mr. Kessler, I got a light I want you to put up.
And there's Kelly. Hey, Kelly.
Kelly.
And Sandra. Hey,
Kelly.
sweetheart.
Kelly.
Good morning, Vern. I got to talk to you. I hadn't talked to you this week. I've been missing talking to you. And there's Deb. Deb, thank you for the gift you gave us.
Yeah, that was nice. I appreciate
Thank you so
that.
much, sweetheart. And there's CJ.
CJ Lewis.
And Jill. Good morning.
Jill.
Good morning. Good morning, Vincent in California.
Vincent J.
Vincent loves us. He gets up early just to see us. Isn't that something?
Oh, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mr. Joe.
There's Leslie. She came in the
Leslie
house.
Lee.
And
I
she's
see
got
you,
her
girl.
dad with her.
I've been thinking about you and Dad a
Good.
whole lot, girl.
Yeah, good morning, Dad and Leslie.
Yeah.
Good morning, Joe.
Joe.
Good morning, Pearl.
Miss
Glad you
Judy.
guys are with us this morning. And Judy just came
Yeah,
in.
just
Hey,
came
Judy.
in. Good morning,
Good morning
everybody.
to you.
Pearl, Miss Pearl, good morning. Good morning.
Well, let's see. It's a good morning.
Miss Pearl, I'm gonna come to your house and eat a T-bone steak. I don't know who's gonna buy it. Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
might eat the steak today. I got one marinating. I just pulled it out.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm chewing it now. I'm ready.
Okay, good. Hope you guys are doing well. We are this morning. We're doing fairly well. Fairly well. I say fairly well.
Very well.
Because our
Very
bodies
well.
are acting up, but they're
And that grade
you're
gets up
you're,
morning.
you're getting over the flu.
I am?
Yeah.
You getting over it?
You're getting over
I'm
it.
getting over it.
You still have some congestion.
Yeah,
but,
I got some old rattling in there.
But he's doing pretty good. So if he coughs, you'll know why. He'll have to clear all that out.
My lovey's got stuck in my throat.
And baby girl's down here wagging her tail already because she's ready for a treat. So let's see.
I'm sure you guys had a good Thanksgiving.
Good morning, Gerald.
And we're looking forward
Sharon.
to hearing the good news about you guys in Christmas, Gerald.
And Valerie. Hey, sweetheart.
Sharon Harrison, good to see you.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do our affirmation and then we'll jump into whatever we're going to talk about today. We're going to jump into some good stuff today. All right. If you're not busy, I want you to let's do our affirmation and center in. And I'm kind of stuck on this one for a while. I like the way it kind of takes me to that center where it takes my mind away from the physical. And this morning I was thinking about, we often tell people to tell us what they're grateful for, what they're thankful for. And I realized that a lot of the things that we are thankful for is all relative to the physical. Mm-hmm. It's only relative to physical things. And so I started thinking, what can I be grateful about that is not of the physical world? So that's something to think about. It's not much. I'm thankful for the opportunity to know who I am, to see clearly who I am. Mm-hmm. So let's do this. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this. If you are busy, I'd like for you to stop for just a moment and pause and suspend all of your concerns. Suspend your judgments, your desires for a moment, just for a moment. You can leave it, put it to the side. You can pick it up later. You don't need it now. Let's go to that place inside ourselves where God is and who God is. And repeat after me if you choose to, or you can just listen, whichever you choose to do. All right, let's do it. My heart opens when I see Christ in myself and as myself. I am awakening to this truth that sets me free by showing me that I am already free. I have looked for God and found myself. I have looked for myself and found God. My heart, which is the heart of God, is now open and exposed. I allow all beliefs, defenses, and accumulated knowledge to be suspended so that I can embody this truth. I lay down all beliefs about God, myself, and others. The veil of my conditioning is being stripped away And now the concept of myself is being removed. And there is a divine impartation of knowing. Knowing the truth is my point of recognition of what I am. I am the same essence as God. Seeing God within myself, I find that God is seeing himself. The awareness that I use to see God is the same awareness that God uses to see me. And I am witnessing the uncovering of the self that I am. And so it is. And so it is. All right. And Sadie just came in. Hey, Sadie, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, young lady. What you got on your plate today, young man?
Well, I was going to something here that I was looking at where it said in John, it said, "For the Father loveth the Son, and show him all things that himself do, and he will show him greater works than these, that ye may shoot marvels." I just put that in there.
Yeah.
For as the Father raiseth up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will. Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath day, but said also that God was his papa, making himself equal with God.
And that's what passage is that? I wanted to read it out of here.
That's St. John over here, John 5, 18 and 20 and 21. I had something that happened this morning that was right staggering in my sleep. But I couldn't say sleep or awake. It was like what I experienced this morning was like I was not asleep, but I was caught between both worlds. And it was so vivid, clear. It was so clear. I had a chance to meet 8 light beings that have participated in our life, my life, and I didn't know it until they appeared to me in my sleep, and I had a chance to see them. It was 8 of them. You remember some of the things that I said?
Very little, because you were right. It was in the middle of the night, and I didn't wake up clearly to hear it all.
Well, it's faded just a little bit, and but
no more than I remember you saying there were 4 that came to you and said they were going to help us.
4.
You said there were 4 that came to you.
It started out. Well, what happened was I was at the service station in my sleep, and I was standing inside, and some of the people that were coming in the service station, I've always, just looked at them as just people coming in to get gas or whatever. But it was 1 or 2 of them that was standing there that had I saw them, but then all of a sudden, while they were standing there, they changed into. They went back and forth like light being physical. And for the I knew who they were. I had been seeing them like strangers, but they wasn't strangers.
Okay.
And I knew that I had met these 2, and there was a man outside. So I can't remember all of it, but I have the imprint of it.
But what was the overall message you got from them?
Okay, they was then the number increased, and it was about 8 of them. But they told me that they were aware of the way I was thinking and seeing, and they wanted to let me know that they had something about starting over. They were the ones that was going.
That okay, you said that they were going to help you to start over, but not so much over,
Mhm.
but for the rest of your life,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
take you through the
yeah.
rest of your life. Yes.
Oh, I wish I could have
This
wrote it
latter
down.
part of your life.
It was
Yes.
so much,
Yes.
and you were telling me to go to sleep.
Yeah, I was saying I want them to leave you alone so you could go to sleep.
Well,
So we could both sleep.
yeah. So cause I was talking to them out loud.
Yes, you did.
I was talking out loud, and
Yeah.
I could hear myself talking to them in my sleep, and and they were smiling. At least I saw four, but it seemed like it was more than four, about 8 at least, but it was four.
But it was often, it was periodic throughout the night.
Yeah, and
So
every time I would see them, one time they appeared to me in one time they appeared to me in a service station and in a place, and they were physical, and then they disappeared. But when they disappeared, I could still tell as light being they were still there. But they came to tell me that they were going to help us, and that they had been helping us the whole time of our life.
so they were like your guides.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like your guides,
And
spiritual guides.
there was some. I saw some personal things about about who they were on Earth, and that they had been with us or with me from day one. But
now I know you want to talk about that
yeah,
incident, but really what you're saying to all of us is that we have spiritual guides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not only do we have the comfort of the Holy Spirit being that higher self that we are, but we have spiritual guides, people who may have been here and left, or people who have never been here, spirit beings who have never been here. So we have spirit guides.
But what happened was,
and they help us in our physical life, right? Okay.
The loneliness that I've been feeling, they translated to me that what I was lonesome for is being able to relate to those spirit beings, those light beings, and it's like there was thousands, but they pulled out 4 to 8 of them pulled to the side, and I would see them in the physical world, and then they would disappear in front of my eyes. They would actually appear and disappear in front of me.
Well, this was a mystical experience.
Yeah,
so,
it was a mystical, but they mainly and each time I saw them, whether I could see they formed their face, and they were fully dressed. They were fully dressed, and they would appear, but they were always smiling. And then they began to talk to me about some of the reason why I was lonesome was because I wanted to see them.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was inside, and it's got to a place where over here you see people. That's fine, but when
you're longing for home, aren't you?
For home, and let's just say I'm the longing is my light being self looking for a running buddy or a partner from the spirit world. Like when they appeared to me, the loneliness left. But then when they left, or they didn't really leave, they just
you weren't aware of them anymore.
I could still tell that they were there.
Right. Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I could tell you were there with me one time because we were in a car and we were going across.
You don't have to tell everything.
Yeah. But anyway, the main thing was that they told me that I was not alone, and that they were going to be working to make sure that we get another start. And I don't understand how far that start went.
For the latter, I remember you saying for the latter part of our lives.
Latter part of our life.
Yeah.
And they were beginning to be stronger in appearing to me, and I would be able to see them more.
Well, I think that they came to you to show you that because you've been dealing with, okay, am I finished?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And so
that's it.
And when we say finished, you are finished with a particular chapter.
Yeah, that's true.
And that chapter is done. And so it's important that if we want to continue and progress forward, we have to let that chapter close and allow ourselves to move forward into this new chapter. And not knowing what the new chapter is. That's the thing.
Bought the first guitar you bought me, they were standing there. I see at least 3 or 4 of them standing in the room, and I go back in memory in Winston. They were in the room when you bought that guitar. They were standing watching. I can tell you. Okay. I can see them. I know where they are.
Yeah,
I can spot them. I see them. I mean, after last night, it's like they clarified themselves.
Okay,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's like an adventure. When I used to sit and watch the old black and white Western on television, they said they were there too.
Yes, Judy said this. She says she loves the story that you're telling, and she said it seems like the veil is very thin.
It is,
in order for you to see that.
It is.
Yeah, and it is. The veil has become.
And they told me they were
yes.
preparing me all during the time that you say I was talking to different people come by. They told me that they were preparing me to talk to them. And it's kind of like the person that wrote the course.
Yeah, you're talking about the
disappearance of the universe.
Yeah, where the 2 angels appeared.
Yeah, it's about like that. Yes. But it was 4 to 8 of them. And I can see them now. I can feel their presence now.
And based on what Judy said, I like the way she said it. The veil is thinning.
Yeah.
Living more so in that mystical world than in this physical world, and being more really cognizant of that mystical world.
He said they showed me that they even was in school with me from the first grade. They were there, and some of the teachers that were there. But the strange thing is that who they are, the mind part of the people that they are, they don't know who they are. Like you sitting there now, I know who you are, but you may not be aware of it in your head. But I know who you are as for the reality of your
light being.
The light.
That's the light.
The spirit part.
Knowing a person as a light being is totally different than knowing a person
as
a personality.
Yeah. I wanted to see and be able to communicate back and forth with my light being friend, so you might call it like that. But I
light being to light being,
from light being
to light being, and not relating to people person to person, but light being to light being.
But they were very, they was happy, they were smiling, and they was excited about the fact that they were there to show me what I've been wanting to know about my next phase.
Yeah, and Judy's reminding us that was in Disappearance of the Universe, Gary Renard. Some of us who are local cornerstoners, we read that book all around the same time.
One of the first books I read.
And it blew our mind. It blew our minds. But that's true. That's what we were referring to. Vincent said this about the new chapter. He said, God has gone organic, and there's an understanding that
what did you just say?
Vincent said it.
What did he say?
God has gone organic.
That's it.
Yeah. And there's an understanding.
The word organic.
There's an understanding that has to be established.
That's what it
to
did.
Start over.
That's what they did.
In the wholeness of oneness.
That's exactly what they said.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you. Lord. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was looking at the Olympics and the girls that were running the 220 and the 100.
Yeah, he loves to watch that stuff.
Yeah. And I used to do that, and I still remember. But they said the way they appeared to me when I used to have the big train layout in the house where we moved out of. They said they were there.
Yeah,
but I see them like Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration, Peter, James, and John. I see all 3 or 4 of them. I can see them, and I can feel their presence looking at me now from last night.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and it's like in my sleep, I've been talking a whole lot, and you said, please be
Yes,
quiet.
too.
But this time they were talking to me, and I could talk back to them.
Yeah. I let you talk a long time before I said that.
I'm glad you
But
did.
I realized that if you don't stop, eventually your mind is just going to be worn out the next day. So I
Yeah.
just, I asked him, please let him sleep. Please let him sleep.
They heard
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And Jill said she couldn't put that book down, Gary Renard's
Oh
book,
boy, it
Disappearance of
was
the Universe.
something.
Yeah, actually, it's worth going back and reading again.
Hmm. We did. I think I did go back over. I haven't read very many books here lately.
Not lately, we haven't.
No. But the life that we are is the life that everybody is.
Yeah.
And you'll find out this, and I'm pretty sure some of you, if you go out in the woods a lot around your house and you look at the trees, they talk to you, but they talk to you from the standpoint of a knowing.
Well, see, and this is the thing that we've come to realize is that everything is a spirit.
Yes, yes.
And has communication, even if it appears to be inanimate. It is communicating.
Jill, Judy, Vincent, Dion, Valerie, Miss Kelly, Gerald, Sister Harrison, all of you guys, I can see the light beingness.
The light beings.
The
Yeah,
light
you
beingness.
are.
I can see your name and can see your light being counterpart.
And there's a longing
I can feel it through the picture
know
here. I know you.
others as light beings.
Yeah.
And not just
I know you.
personalities.
I know you as that light being
Yes.
existence.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now
The relationships are totally different.
yeah.
When
Oh yeah.
When it's that.
And
Yeah.
the smile that they had on their face. I'm gonna write this down. I'm not gonna say it. Um, um, okay. They were okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
But do
but I can only understand that from not saying. Then there is something about not saying
well,
is translated.
well, based on what you just showed me there, your spiritual guides would appear to you in a form that you can handle.
Oh yeah.
And that
yeah.
would resonate with
Yeah.
you, make you feel more at ease with them than any other way they would appear. So they would never appear in a form that would make you uncomfortable.
But I could talk to them.
Yeah.
I could talk with them. They could talk to me, and I can still see the big smile on three of them face.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first time they are in my sleep, when I first started seeing them, they started talking to me, and I started talking back to them before I saw them. And then as they kind of broke me into their existence being so real, even though it may have been a story, but it was so real to that sight part of me.
Well, that's because you have the tendency to be wide-eyed like a childlike. And that's just something you've always been like that. You wide-eyed, like in awe of things. So by the time you get past that, then accept what's going on. You're always awestruck first. Now you got some good comments coming in.
Okay, come on.
Judy, first of all, said that this touches her heart. And then Vincent says, everything is alive in spirit. Luke 19:40, and he answered and said unto them, I tell you that if these should hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out. Thank you, Vincent, for reminding us of that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So everything has a voice and is alive, even if it appears inanimate. Jill says, silence speaks louder than words. And then Sinette came back with, we are moving into an understanding of being energy and vibration of energy. It is but babble to the surface on so many levels. I'm not real sure what babble means. That's Denmark language, but I understand what you're saying. That's true.
I am, you are, we are, they are, we is, and have always been. There is a great cloud of witnesses of light substance. I'm seeing a, this, you take this flake stuff like on a Christmas tree, you throw it in, you
Mhm.
throw it. I can see the essence.
Like icicles? Is that
Yeah,
what you're talking about?
it's real fine silver. You throw it in
Yeah,
it.
icicles. We
Yeah,
call them
yeah.
icicles, yeah.
But I'm thinking about icing when it's something hanging
But
down.
these were called, they were strips of silver, and you
No,
threw them on
but
a
these are
tree.
like sand, silver. You
Okay.
like uh sand dust. You throw them and they sparkle in the
Okay.
air.
Okay.
I can see an angel
Like
or a light
stardust.
beings as light throwing that sprinkles of gold around all of you online right now. I can feel them standing by you as a token of fun and lightheartedness. They got these sprinkles like, you pick it up and it sticks to your hand.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
can see the light being that has been with you for many, many lifetimes. All of you, I can see them throwing it over like sprinkles, gold.
Mm,
They're throwing
mm,
gold all around all of you now. And
mm,
some of it,
mm.
when you look at America Got Talent and they hit that red buzzer,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they
Oh,
some
you mean the golden
the
buzzer?
golden buzzer, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they hit that, and well, some of that thing is red, but it's gold, and that all those papers and things fall out the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
sprinkles of gold and silver that's sprinkling around all of you, and some of you, when it hits your skin, the gold and precious fragrance that comes from that is emanating itself from you.
Yes. Now, when you talk, I have to, because I'm such left-brained, I have to accept the mystical. It's almost like I have to be willing to accept the mystical and not think that it's just an imagination.
Yeah, no, not to
But
me, it's not.
I know it to you, it's very, very real. For those of us who are left-brained and not so much mystical,
Hmm.
we have to accept that what you're saying is actual.
To
And
me,
it is actual
it is.
and not just a fantasy, not just
And
a
we are
story.
very much aware that the names that I see on the list here, these are just stage names that you're using. You have had many, many, many names over many lifetimes
Yeah,
for
yeah.
to carry the weight of the suit that you were in. Now, all of you probably know some of this, and some of you probably know some things about what I'm trying to say than I more about than I
Can
do.
say it better. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys are a long generational experience. You are a long generational experience of everlastingness.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you are the highest self. Now, I hear them telling me that this. There are some things that I want to say to certain people when I see them, and you know, I was in the store yesterday, and I passed one of the office rooms for the manager of the Circle store. What's the name of that store?
Lowe's.
Lowe's up
Lowe's
there.
Foods. Yeah.
And she stopped me, and she'd been talking to me in the store. And one of the first things I want to tell them and the manager of the store that they are actually in a place that the universe set them there,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Mm-hmm.
they are
Mm-hmm.
well visited by light beings. Hey,
And they are light
and
beings
they are
set
light
in
beings.
that position, and that's one of the things that I've begun to accept is that every last one of us, no matter what type of work we do, no matter what we're doing, we are planted there as a light being, and that no job is menial, is beneath you. No job
That's right.
is not important. All jobs are important
He
and
said that.
should be celebrated because every place that you're planted there for purpose.
Mhm,
The purpose of
mhm.
being the light there.
Every one of you online with us now, you are the visitation of God.
Mhm.
And you'll never stop being that visitation because of your essence and the beingness that God is
Mhm.
inside and outside of you.
Mhm.
What is so amazing about these light beings was that they let me know this morning that there is no dirt, no wrong that you can do to make God cease to exist
Exactly.
as
Exactly.
your true identity.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
I like that part of it because when Jesus appeared to us the first time, open eye, no close eye, open eye, looking like I did this morning. He's the light energy around his clothes and his spirit's body was turned down like a dimmer
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
he wanted
Mm-hmm.
you and I to see the details of his face, his nose, his eyes.
Yeah.
And I told somebody just recently, the lady at the manager of the store, I said, your eyes are the eyes of God. Your physical eyes is the same color of Jesus' eyes. And every one of you now that's with us now, your eyes are the actual color of Jesus' eyes. Right now, as a light spirit being, your eyes are the exact color. They may be brown, maybe look to be black, but they may be green, maybe blue, but they are
Mm-hmm.
still the
Mm-hmm.
actual. They
Mm-hmm.
have in the archives and the halls of record, they have all the different eyes colored and shaped in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I call it a book. That's the best I can say it. They are very much acquainted to you. You have in time 24/7 we call them. You have a steward or a uh, a counselor, whatever you call them, that sits constantly and in the archives they keep up with everybody on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Every can you imagine the enormous ability of light beings with all the millions of people that's been on the earth, and each one of these light beings can thousands of them can be in one room and never take up any space.
Yes. You know, this I'm reminded of the scriptures that say we are the light. Jesus said that we are the light of the
Mm.
world. And then he mentioned the fact that the light had come into the world. The light had come into the world, and that light was there to dispel the darkness. So we have been placed. A lot of times we as physical beings, we forget that we're the light and we start praying for light. We
We
pray and
are
ask for light, but we are that light, and so that it's
we are the
important.
spoken light, speaking light,
Mm-hmm,
saying
mm-hmm,
light,
mm-hmm.
talking light,
Yes.
walking light,
Mm-hmm.
feeling light, knowing light,
Yeah, and that was
height and depthness of light.
yes, and in DRE has a song called "I Am Light."
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am
yeah,
light,
yeah.
I am light, and it's a beautiful song because she in the song she's talking about not being anything physical.
Your light identity is the faith of light and the light of faith. It is the light of love, the light of joy, the light of long suffering, the light of gentleness, the
Mm-hmm,
light
mm-hmm.
of love expressing itself constantly with the
Yes,
radiation, vibrational frequency
yes,
of everlasting eternal light.
yes. Now,
That's a
Vince,
whole
I
lot of
like what
words.
Vince. Yes, that was a lot,
Mm.
but it was good. Vincent says we somehow came to believe that we needed the light and turn to it calling for help. False light teaching. We are powerful and harness the light. We are that light that is harnessed, and it's harnessed in these physical bodies. But we are more than these physical bodies. So I remember way back when we were talking about and studying Catherine Kuhlman, who was this faith healer. Some of you
Mm-hmm.
guys know who she is. Some of you
Mm-hmm.
may not.
We had a
But
chance to see it in
Catherine
person.
Kuhlman had a tremendous healing ministry, but the field of miracles around her, which was
Mm-hmm.
her
Mm-hmm.
light
Mm-hmm.
body,
Mm-hmm.
went for miles because people were healed way before her body ever got there, even when her body wasn't present.
It said this: walk in the light, beautiful
Beautiful light.
light. Somewhere the dewdrops of mercy shines bright, shine all around me by day and by night. Jesus, the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You know
We didn't plan it. We didn't plan it.
That just came out like that. I was thinking about this. I said, I'm going to add that to it and change it. And then she did the same thing.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
God.
Because we are the light.
Oh,
we are
Lord.
the light.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sinette says, yes, and that is why I feel so free when I acknowledge what we are. There is no sin, just allowing. James Dixon says, I have experienced the light 3 times in my life. You should have experienced it more than 3 times because you are it, James. You are it, sweetheart.
You are the experience with or without an experience.
Mm-hmm. Now, Sandra's cool. Sandra's written a book. She says, I was in the grocery store the other day at Walmart, and I almost forgot my bag, one of my bags. And it's a little woman that worked in there was watching. She let me know I was about to leave one of my bags. I was so glad that she had reminded me, but inside of me told me to tell her she was an earth angel. A little short lady. I had to bend over to talk to her. And yeah, and you're short already too. So she was little bitty. Yes, we are the light of the world, sissy. We are. Yes, Cheryl. She says y'all better sing. Yes, Sawyer's Music Studio. James says Sawyer's Music Studio.
Oh, Cheryl. Okay.
Yes, Cheryl and Gary.
Oh, thank you so much.
But yes, you are the light. And going back to what Vincent said, we have somehow believed that we needed the light.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, all in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yeah, yeah. We're going on the road.
We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat lettuce and tomatoes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But that knowing that you are the light does bring a certain level of joy, doesn't it? Because you're not trying to be that. You're just that. You're just that.
Okay.
Listen to what Vincent says. Okay. He says, now I know that we are Merkabah. The moving throne of God. You better go, boy.
Merkabah. He hit the Merkabah.
Yes, that's the chariot. That's the chariot that the mystics ride on.
Elijah rode on the chariot of fire and horses. Merkabah. I had a chance to sit down in a Merkabah.
Yes, you did. You did. Years ago before you realized what that was.
Yeah, I sat down and I rode, and it was almost like the control of the Merkabah was alloyed liquid control centers on each hand that was operating through the 9 to 10 gifts of the Spirit, and they were made out of light energy. And that when I touched them, I could go right or left. It was like a UFO.
Yeah. Sadie says, how much is the CD? Judy said she's singing along with us.
That's
oh, Lordy. Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's so real.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Thank you so much.
It is very real.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, Lord have mercy. This is real this morning. It's really,
Yeah, yeah,
you guys really touched my heart today.
yeah.
You really have, and I appreciate that.
Mm.
Oh boy. Let
Oh,
me try it again, okay? Oh boy.
Judy said she's crying along with you. Mm.
Oh Lord. Mm.
Mm. Sometimes no words are needed. Hmm.
Who was that said they cup run over?
Hmm?
That said they cup run over.
Yeah, yeah, my cup runneth over.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, our cups runneth over right now.
Oh Lord.
Mm.
Oh, you guys, you really touched our heart today, and couldn't nobody do that but you guys. I tell you, y'all excuse me for that.
Oh my goodness. Mm. Yes, you're correct, Sadie.
Yeah.
Tears do clean the soul. They do clean the soul.
Okay, we're gonna try it
Mm.
again.
Mm.
Uh, each each note, each one of us carry a note and a vibrational frequency,
Yes, we do.
and some of us, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, F sharp, minors, and flats, and all that. Um, there's a H, I, J, K, X, Y, Z. It's all of those notes are in the mystical side of your light identity, your light being. There's a healing
Mm.
taking place. Who
Yeah,
said that?
Brother Blue.
Yeah, it is.
There is
It
a
is.
healing taking place. Yeah.
I want you guys to hear the words of your infinite self that says, thank you. To me, that is the greatest statement that can be made.
Mhm.
When I'm going in and out of a door of a gas station and somebody open the door, the first word, thank you,
Mhm.
thank you, thank you. I hear that. And
Mhm.
you are the praise of God.
Yes.
You
Yes.
are the actual steps of
Yeah.
God
Your
moving.
life,
Yeah,
your
you're the
life
life.
is
You're the
actually
life.
praising God. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually praising God.
You and the Father are in the same shoes. I told somebody, Jesus, let me put on his shoes. And I thought about it. I said, well, I was a 10, a 10 and a half. I wonder what
Mhm.
size his shoe was. So, well, he said, well, one size fit all. So, uh, but I can see him. And as I talk to you guys, I can see what's going on with you. But the sun is light shining. It
Yes.
is very bright in your face.
Yes.
Look at the glory of God in your hands. Look at the glory of God in your smile and expression. Some of you, I'm looking at you now as I go down 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see the glory of the presence around you. I want you guys to have one of the most one of the greatest experience of Christmas this year. And I want the joy around you, whether you got a tree or not, to be so
Yeah.
expressive that when you
Yeah.
go places, people will see the presence of the light glory of God around you.
Now, when we say we are the light of the world, I want to kind of bring it to a place of what that actually means. It isn't so much that you're walking around beaming light like a light bulb or whatever even though that's true. But it means when Jesus said this, he said this in St. John 9:5. He says, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that we're here in this world, we're here for the purpose of lighting it up. That's what we're here for, the purpose of lighting it up. If we were not in this world, there would be complete darkness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the light that is in this world is us. So that means wherever we go, even when you don't realize it, wherever you go, you shine light into that place, and it causes people to be able to see. Light helps you to see.
There's a movie that I used to go to the theater and see uh, before I ever found out about the Holy Spirit or any of this that's back there when I was in high school, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go
in your searching and seeking times. Yeah.
I saw the movie The Ten Commandments at Cecil B. DeMille's and Charleston Heston.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that movie, I don't know, umpteen 10 times.
So you knew the dialogue?
Yeah, I mean, I and it's still an old film now that but I looked at those old Christmas and the Red Sea and all that kind of, and every time I would go see it, I'd pick up something extra. And I've always believed that God was like that in that picture, the burning bush. And then I go back and I see Samson and Delilah. And that was really what was his name? Victor Mature. Yeah, I heard that they wanted to use Steve Reeves for Samson, but he was a little bit too muscular looking, I guess. But anyway, you guys, I want you to know that today is the only day, and will be your only day for the rest of your only day life. You are the freshness of God. Now. So investigate into the light being identity, and I'm going to shut this book right here, and we're going to get ready to take off, and we're going to be back with you guys again on Tuesday at 7. And if anything come up from the other side or in this side, I will be letting you know.
Yeah.
Leslie, I'm really in tune with your dad here lately, and I feel the presence of God with Laverne and Johnny. I've been calling both of you guys' name and some of the others of you in my closet. I call your name as you are here online, and I want you guys to know that I have you at the core of the heart of God, and you're the breath of my prayer. And you're the life of my seeing of God in your life for blessings. Okay?
Yes. Now, I wanted to mention what Sinette says, and I need to talk to them about.
Okay.
I wanted to end on my Lord's Prayer.
Yeah, go ahead.
That I have rewritten. Okay. But Sinette says this. She said, that makes so much sense. We are here to light up the world.
Yeah.
To give hope, light, laughter, caring, friendliness, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And she says, thank you. Thank you, Sinette, for bringing that out.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. And thank you, Jill, for posting how to give.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. She always remembers to do that.
Yeah.
And also, if you would go ahead and hit that like button, do that right now, because that helps people to find us. So then when they can hear what we have to say. If you don't hit the like button, then we don't move up in the algorithm, and people look for stuff and we won't even come up in their search. So it's important that you do hit that like button. It's very important. So please do that. Vincent, thank you, darling. He says, I am experiencing light exchange in the healing and miracles department. I understand grounding and staying neutral in order to charge up in light. Yes, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to read this final prayer, and then we're going to take off. Now, I wrote this over a year ago, but I wanted to leave you guys with this. And it's the Lord's Prayer revised. I paraphrased it, of course. And so I want you to just listen to it, and then we're going to take off. My prayer to you, O Lord, the one who is all and the source of all, the one which we beings of earth call Father, and dwells as the essence of everything that exists, both visible and invisible, who lives within the heart and soul of man. Holy is your name, which is uttered by all when we say, I am. Shall your kingdom be recognized and realized in the earth, which is our bodies made from clay, as it is in all dimensions beyond this physical existence. Give us this day and present to us everything that is needed to inspire and invoke us to live in alignment with your love and forgiveness. As we relinquish everything that we feel others owe to us, we are cleared of all debts and guilt, which enables us to forgive ourselves. We live in your grace, which empowers us to see through the illusions and delusions that cause us to believe we are separate from you. All that is belongs to your domain, and there is nothing more powerful in existence than the power of your love and mercy. As we live from our hearts, our lives will glorify you. The glory that is, that ever has been, or ever will be, belongs to you forever, throughout eternity. So let it be done.
Okay. That's a good one.
Vincent says, enjoy your steak.
Okay, thank you. And
Thank
we'll
you,
be looking
guys.
forward to hearing from you guys one way or the other, uh, by mail,
Yeah.
or by being with us Tuesday at 7.
Yeah, come on back and be with us, please.
Okay.
Come back and be with us.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Judy Jew. Bye, Vincent. Bye, Leslie. Bye, Jill
Talk to you
Jill.
later.
Bye, Sinette, Charles Blue, and all the rest of you sweethearts. We love you. We'll see you again on Tuesday night.
So Joe and all you guys, Judy, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.